man.
They're gonna use the love of his people for him to take their money.
Yes, bruh. They using him right now. They really doing some like crash dummy shit with
man.
with Scottie Pippen ass. We got to talk about Scottie Pippen, bro.
We got to talk about Scottie, man.
The reason I want to talk about Scottie Pippen, this is what people been saying. Scottie Pippen stays in the news for weird things. Like, remember he was in the news because apparently Future had sex with his wife in a very public setting.
And then he was in the news because she was then dating a young nigga on like the Charlotte Hornets or something.
Oh, yeah, that happened. Yeah, his son died.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's in the news for never a basketball thing.
Never his 6 rings.
No. And then he was, they did a little part about him in the Last Dance where they show where he wouldn't come in the game and shit. I don't remember that happening. Do you remember that?
I remember it in the Last Dance.
Yeah, I know it from the Last Dance.
Because you got to think, when we was watching that, we was kids for the most part watching it. So even
but I was religiously watching it.
But we're watching the game. We're not paying attention to what's happening.
Shit afterwards. Yeah. Well, the thing about him now is that he wrote a book. And in the book, he kind of coming at some people kind of hard. What I wanted to talk about is in the book, he talk about how Phil Jackson is racist. So can I play a clip, if you don't mind?
Before you play a clip, can I just say something, man? I said this on one of the episodes we recently just released. I hate that in order to sell shit, you gotta come out and be some outlandish,
smear campaign,
wild. No, you gotta say wild, crazy shit to get attention.
And it's crazy that because I kind of said this about Kwame. I was like, anybody got a lighter? I was like,
you said that to Kwame?
He's famous enough to stand on his own merit. But if you famous and you say some crazy shit, that's how you go viral.
That's how you go viral. And then once you go viral, you can prevent your product.
Small hands? Kwame Brown?
And don't let Kwame Brown start whipping TheRawHype's ass.
I ain't talking about him. You talking about him.
No, but I'm saying, I just don't like that, man. And we need to get to a place where we can fix that. And to where you don't have to get out of pocket and get crazy to get shine. Like TheRawHype, right? There's no real reason why TheRawHype isn't further along than we should be, aside from we ain't gone crazy and did some wild, crazy shit.
Right.
We've done entertaining crazy shit, but that's not what they want. They want a scandal.
Right.
They want to hear one of us whipped one of us ass, or one of us doing some fucking drugs. Well, no, they might not care about that.
I had the Scottie Pippen queued up, but I lost it.
Isn't it there? Oh no, that's the tight beat.
I think it was at 11 minutes and 4 seconds. If I'm right about that, I'm going to be pretty happy. All right, let me see. No, I lost it.
But no, man. Listen, man. People need to be able to show their talent, or show their talent, or tell their story without having to salatialize it for you to pay attention. Scotty is here calling Phil Jackson a racist, and he acts like he's always felt this way. But you only feel the need to mention it when that book done and Simon and Schuster and them niggas gave you a deal. I fucking hate it, man, because it's like, man. Is the book good, Scotty, or you just selling the book on
You talked
bullshit?
about the 1994 playoff game when you refused to go back in the game and Phil set up the play for Tony Kukoc.
Well, I mean, it's not much to be said. If you go back and look at when Scottie Pippen entered the Bulls and when Tony Kukoc entered the Bulls, and who deserved
it, Scotty?
Of the game.
No, I understand that, Scotty. I'm just going by what you said. You said you need to read between the fine lines. And then you go on to say it was a racial move to give him, Tony Kukoc, a rise.
So, well, I mean, if you knew that Scottie Pippen had been with the Bulls,
I don't like where this is going.
But no, all of this is staged to me because he's asking the question in a means of setting up this Pippen moment that he's about to have. He's like, no.
He's setting him up, though.
Absolutely.
Yes, he's setting him. He's giving him enough rope to hang himself, which is where that's his job.
But that's fucked up, man.
No, it's his job. He's doing his job.
All of that I understand from the basketball standpoint. But when you say a racial move,
well, why would Tony?
You're right, because he's about to ask him
and you put me
the perfect question.
He's saying all what he's saying. Oh no, I get all that, Scotty. But
that was
what about this?
Pippen's team.
But
Scottie
Phil
Pippen
then
was on pace to be an MVP.
Such a stupid thing to care about.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Why would you put him
It's
in a
30
position
years.
not to be successful? Why wouldn't you put him in a
He
position?
said it.
I get all
He
that.
said
Scottie.
exactly
Michael
what you said.
Jordan's
All
not
right,
there.
all right, here it
So
goes.
who's
right
next
here.
in
This is
line?
it.
Well, why would Tony, who was a rookie, get the last second shot and you put me up
Finish
for
that.
bounds?
It's like back
That's
to
what
that.
I mean,
Watch.
racial. Like that was Scottie Pippen's team.
But
Scottie
Phil
Pippen
then
was
but
on pace to be an MVP that year, right?
yeah.
Okay. Well,
He get this question.
why would you put him in a position
Get
not
him.
to be
Ask the damn
successful?
question.
Why wouldn't you put him in a position to succeed? Michael Jordan is not
He
there.
said he put him
So
in a
who's
position to
next
not be
in line
successful.
for
He
you?
drew up a play for somebody else. They passed the dude the ball and they won the game.
I'm about to say he hit the
But
shot.
yeah, that's successful. It's like people want to be successful their way. But anyway, I'm
They
about to
wanna be
skip
the
just a little
reason
bit
of the
so I can
success
get to the question here.
But have you talked to Phil about this? Because by saying a racial move, then you're calling Phil a racist.
I don't got a problem with that.
Do you think Phil was or is?
Terrible. And then this is when he bring Kobe into it.
Phil Jackson left the Lakers, wrote a book on Kobe Bryant.
Oh, yeah.
came
Right.
back
Come back
and
and coach the team.
I mean,
All jokes aside, you know I follow Kobe. I have no idea what Phil Jackson said about Kobe in his book.
I don't either.
I legitimately
I
don't
think
bullshit.
I did. I think he might
If
have
you
said that
told
he's
me,
out.
I remember.
Yeah, I'm about to say, if you tell me, I know what he said. Because I feel like I did remember it, because that was a headline as well.
Yeah, if you told me, I remember, but I don't remember because it meant that little to me and everyone else. So it's like Scottie Pippen's like, well, clearly he's racist. He says something about Kobe.
It's that black understanding. Phil clearly don't understand black people. So he's going to interpret what black people do and how they move. He called LeBron and his boy a
Posse. That's what I'm saying, though. If you're going to say he's racist, you say that. You don't say this Kobe Bryant shit. It's like you just saying shit.
But he's using another name. Like, how could you hate on him? And
That's exactly what he's doing. It's basically playing on Kobe's death. No bullshit.
He is. What's the fucking word? He basically using Kobe's death as a way to sell his book.
Yes.
It's like,
Yes. I want to say this name.
you don't think he's racist?
Well,
You know
he
Kobe?
said something about Kobe.
You know anything about that man?
He said something bad about
said
Kobe.
something bad about him.
And it's why
But
I hate
Shaq got coached by. Why not talk about Shaq or whoever else?
Because that ain't the salacious. That ain't the name that will garner the most
Yes.
attention. If you say the
The-
name
the
of
most-
a legend
yes.
that people love, who passed
the most
on,
clickbaitable name in
And that
the
makes it even
NBA
more suspicious.
world right now
no,
is
it's
Kobe
not
Bryant.
suspicious. It's nasty.
And it's going to be
Well,
that way
yeah,
for a
nasty,
minute.
yeah, it's
The most
nasty,
clickbaitable name in the NBA is Kobe Bryant.
That's a fact.
No doubt.
Everybody getting their Kobe stories
No
out.
doubt.
Oh, he got a Kobe story. I like that. He got a lot of views and a lot of traction.
Yep.
Well, let me tell the one time Kobe threw my shoes
Yep.
over the window. It's
Yep.
like, man.
It's
Right.
crazy because even when I watch shows and shit now, how they don't never say nothing negative about him, it annoys the fuck out of me.
Yeah, when they used to say everything negative.
And
about him.
never
the time.
have nothing positive. I'm talking Skip, Shannon, Stephen A, Max, Kyle Hurd, Nick Wright, every single one of them don't never have nothing bad to say about Kobe. All they do is they quickly leave him off of their list. And they quickly leave them off of their topic, but then they always add them when they naming everybody. You got your LeBrons, your Jordans, your Kobe's. They always gonna name them now, but if it's their list of who to go, they leave them off real quick, and they don't say. And we know Kobe not messing with Jordan like they used to do. That's how they used to do. So he knows it's a clickbaitable name. And he knows that it's really corny to do how he doing, but he's bitter.
But he a corny dude anyway.
He a whack nigga, bro. You can tell.
He does. He's doing like the triple clickbait.
Yes.
You talking about Kobe,
Michael
racist, Michael Jordan. Like he got
And
all
Phil
the
Jackson.
clickable shit.
Yeah, racist Phil
Racist
Jackson,
white
Michael
man.
Jordan, Kobe Bryant. that nigga hashtagging to the death. That nigga just went on Twitter and said, "What's trending shit?"
Hashtag Phil is a racist. Hashtag R.I.P. Mamba. R.I.P. You wouldn't do
bullshit.
this to Kobe.
No
R.I.P.
bullshit.
Michael Jordan.
It's
hey,
like,
man.
dog, are you even trying, man? Like, he the type of person that set black people back. There's nothing more pathetic to me than when a black person say a white person racist with nothing to base it on. Because it make it seem like black people just complaining.
Only when they got something to sell.
Period.
like
I don't like when people do it.
No, but I'm
because
saying,
it
I don't
make
like
it
when they
look
do
like
it.
they just
Oh.
complaining. Oh, you racist.
And that removes the room for the real racists to get handled because it's like a fucking buzzword.
Because it's like, all right, well, black people just be saying they racist. No, they ain't. Then they say, Jesse Smollett, Scottie Pippen. And what can you say as a black person to rebuttal?
Downgrade them. Well, they ain't no good black
That's
people
all
anyway.
you can do. They have big examples of people bullshitting about racism.
But they use one for you to shit on to prove their point.
Exactly, but that's
disgusting,
that's what I would do if I was white and I wanted to pretend like racism wasn't real. I'll bring up Jesse Smollett and motherfucking Scottie Pippen every time. Like, man, y'all got black people out there pretending crimes.
And calling it racism. Ooh.
And then I'm a goddamn racist. I don't think so.
Man, that shit is whack and I don't like it, man. I really don't.
Yeah, me either, my brother.
They really need to stop though, man. It's because it's getting traction. We're fucking talking about Pippen. Everyone's talking about Pippen. We ain't even talking about his book. They're talking about Pippen.
His book ain't even out.
This is my saying, but he's selling it for the hype, so now he wants people to go pre-order it and all that. Bourbon. So the company gonna be like, he's selling liquor to
Oh yeah, I noticed he had a big ass bottle of alcohol
right in the shot.
This nigga, is he broke? I refuse to believe that Scottie Pippen is broke.
Broke or not, this is the template now. You get some shit to sell that you're partnered with someone else. You go on the internet, you say something salacious
it's very
to rile the people up.
Puppeteerish.
I hate that we as
Because
people
for
keep falling
starters,
for the shit,
he didn't write this book.
Fuck no.
And he didn't make this alcohol.
Pippen an idiot?
Yeah. He sat down with
Y'all
somebody.
want some salacious shit here today? I got you.
Yeah. He sat down with somebody and told their stories. And then they asked him the same.
This dumbass nigga.
They asked
sat
him
down and
the
told
same
him.
kind of questions this white dude asked him. So, do you think Phil Jackson is racist?
I don't know.
Then they're like,
well, I don't know. Well, actually, you need to say, yeah, he is. You remember that Coach game? Well, I didn't like how he made me feel. Yeah, let's go with that. That son of a bitch, Phil Jackson, and his racist. Make sure the bourbon's in the shot now with this part, okay, Pippen?
Somebody wrote that book for this nigga dumbass.
They wrote the book. They wrote this. They told fucking Dan Patrick, it's like, all right, Pat, I want you to figure out a nice, good, white way to ask him if one of your guys are racist.
I'm telling you,
he's going to try to duck it because he's not one going to come out and say he's racist. He's like, no, you got to bait me a little.
Yep.
That's just fucking whack, yo.
Yeah,
and we
agree.
as people need to cut that shit out. When Scottie does that shit, say, hey, nigga, you got 6 rings, nigga. Is the book good?
Yeah. Yeah,
I actually don't
That's
know.
rough, man.
Well, shut the fuck up, Scottie Pippen. This like you ain't even selling like old home videos or some shit like that. Like he be the type of nigga that be like, I got some unseen footage of me and Michael Jordan playing 1-on-1. If you pre-order the book right now, you get a MP.
That nigga just selling lies.
That fucking selling. And my problem with him
Scottie.
selling that lie is because he feels that's the only way to sell now.
Oh man,
That
this
shit
nigga
is
pathetic, man.
Look, they got some fucking strong black man taking down another strong black man because he playing they fucking game.
It's against everything I believe in, being a poor person and laughing at a rich person. I just don't do that very often. But it's like, Scottie Pippen, what are we doing, man?
What are we doing, Pip?
Like for real. I refuse to believe that Scottie Pippen needed.
What's in that fucking book?
I hate to say it, but especially since we're giving blind racism, critiquing Scottie for it, I'm giving some blind racism here. A white person taught Scottie Pippen and to write in this book and putting out this look. I don't care what nobody. If you look at who published the book, if you look at the co-author of this book, I guarantee you it's a white person.
I'm certain of it.
You,
He's
bro,
being puppeted. He's being puppeted and being puppeted to the puppets. He's black. You love him. He feels one-upped by Michael Jordan.
Pippen the puppet.
Pippen the puppet. He feels one-upped by Michael Jordan. Yeah, you feel that pain. You know the feeling of a black man being one-upped by someone else, don't you? Well, support Pippen and the bourbon.
A white person told him, man, that shit racist,
But
bro.
to my knowledge, Pippen always been like that, like a hater, he's always been that way. So
I feel like he has
it's
too.
to be expected.
But hey, niggas was fucking my wife and making rap songs about it. I wouldn't love it much either.
And see, when you wrap all that into it, I see why the bitch fucking other
Like,
cooler
you
motherfuckers.
corny, bro.
You corny.
Oh, man.
Man, hey, well, name, hey, Miss Pippen, you want me to get a little dipping in your finger licking? Holla at me, man.
Laura, I think it is.
Laura.
I want to be with you. Man, I'm about to put on
I'm
Scottie
wearing
Pippen
you
type.
down,
Scottie
baby.
Pippen type.
I'm wearing you down, baby. I'm wearing you down.
Oh, hey.
Scottie too hottie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and yo bitch getting naughty. Yeah. Scottie too hottie.
Scottie.
Yeah. Me and yo bitch getting naughty. Look. Me and your bitch getting naughty. Can you feel that?
Can you feel that?
Yep. Who is that? That's Phil there. He's so racist.
He's so racist.
We gotta face this. He passing the ball to other knee. He know my J wet. They call me Scottie. Cause I get hottie. My bitch got a badass body, huh? And Future got naughty. I said, wait a second.
Whoa,
Ain't even got no choice. I'm the one mad and she the one that filed for divorce.
Why is that going on? What is going on?
Huh?
Seem like I'm broke nowadays. I don't know what's going wrong. I don't know why my wife is with Future. Why I'm just here living in past. Michael Jordan, you done took everything from me.
In the future, I live in the past.
Go ahead, go.
Remember that time I threw it to Michael Jordan right off the motherfucking glass? Then he ooped it. Everybody cheered, didn't give me shit. I'm like, I'm the reason we won that championship, and all them rings is be because of 33. Every time I walk the halls, they say, ain't you with 23? I said, hold up, nigga.
Hold up.
I'm the one playing the D.
Yeah.
I'm the one shooting the 3.
Yeah.
And they gon' laugh at me. I'm like, no.
Why is my bitch be cheating on me? Laura, why did you do it?
Huh?
What did Future have more than me? He ain't got a book and he's stupid. But you over here giving him some of that sweet old lovin'. You done gave him some. You probably gave BJ Armstrong some of that muffin. I was on that team in 93 when I hit that 3. You never gonna find a nigga high as me or bright as me, or might I see? Hey, niggas be hurting. I don't know what they out here preserving, but I want you to know right now. Go on my website and cop this bourbon.
Hey, one time. Cop this bourbon. Oh no, dog.
I got a book and some literature. I got some bitches. I know that they looking for me, but
Somebody text me and they said, who she deep?
Who she?
I said, Future? Remember that time we had a 3-peat?
Yo, y'all seem to forgot the year that Michael Jordan went to retire. I won that. We was #1 in the Eastern Conference, motherfucker, and Pippen, he done that. And y'all niggas go ahead and think it's a joke and you giving the 3-pointer off to cool coach. I don't know what the problem is, nigga. They hate this. I think he's racist.
Future done fuck my bitch. Y'all just ballin' like game 6. I don't give a fuck who y'all with. I can shoot 3s up in this bitch. I'm like Scottie Pippen, 33. Everybody forgot about me. But when my damn book drop, I'm gonna have to autograph that bitch and I might sell about 3.
Y'all forgot about me? Man, I do things.
Right?
Who the fuck you think held up Michael Jordan in that flu game?
Me.
Nigga, I'm wearing that 33, and none of you motherfuckers heard of me.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna stop me from talking and selling this bourbon. You gon' have to murder me. Yeah,
I was the one doing the work, like you said, in the flu game. My bitch done fuck Future, Chris Brown, 2 Chainz.
The beat ended made that funnier. Fucking Scottie Pippen,
Shout
man.
out to Scottie too hottie, man. I'm gonna buy his book though.
You gotta say him.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that bitch, and I'm gonna swig some bourbon.
Swig some bourbon. I'm about to
Scottie,
say.
you need to sponsor our podcast.
Hey,
man.
shout out to Scottie Pippen, man. Hey, come fuck with TheRawHype, man. We'll read the book. We'll sip the bourbon.
Yeah, man, we're gonna do the audio version of Scottie Pippen book, man. I'm finna find out what his bourbon called. I'm gonna promote it for free,
Digits.
man. Digits?
Digit?
Yeah.
Man, I don't believe you, bro.
That's what it's called, Digits.
That ain't no good night.
Who
He
the
got
fuck
something better
named
than
they
that,
drink
man.
digits?
That's called digits.
Nigga, pass me the digits.
let's
Excuse me,
see.
I'm married.
Man, see, of course he did a joint venture, bro. All he gonna do is joint venture. Let these, I ain't gonna see it.
Crackers use him to
ain't gonna
fucking.
say it, man.
They're gonna use the love of his people for him to take their money.
Yes, bro. They using him right now. They really doing some like crash dummy shit with
man.
with Scottie Pippen ass. Like no bullshit. I want to know who wrote this book.
They ain't
Like
gonna
no
tell you that.
bullshit.
He a ghostwriter.
Nah, it's
nigga.
gonna be in the book. I'm telling you, he didn't write that book, bro. And I ain't read 1 second of it,
That
and I
nigga
know
just
he
the
didn't write
face
that
of the
book.
book. You look at that book.
Unguarded Scottie Pippen.
Unguarded.
I'm finna go in the Play Store right now and see who wrote this shit.
Unguarded. Scottie Pippen. It's not like he named all these things. Nigga named his lick of digits.
They got him down as the author. This nigga's not the author, man.
Hey, you open up that book, one fish, blue fish. One time, Michael didn't pass the ball to me, and I was like, excuse me, don't you see the 33s on my number jersey, Michael? I can score the ball. Pass the ball, Michael. That's that nigga book. Fuck out of here, Scottie fucking Pippen.
Hey, man.
I don't know how you raw hype, but we raw hype responsibly.
Ooh.